So just you.
I'm still here. Look, and it's 11 right now.
I'm like, I hope it's not like old.
I'm sure it's happening. It always starts late.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. Hey, JJ, how are you? Oh. So I think let's see, we're recording. I want to make sure. Oh, hi, Claire. I saw Joshua in here. I don't know if he started it like, for the correct. He came in and turned something on. Right. So I just don't know what he did. Yes, that was made ZipForms. Assuming it's here and that he's. Let me just confirm with Joshua. Yes. Maybe there.
It's always so cold. It's hot outside though.
Yeah. Are you gonna stay for the next class?
So there's something happening at one.
I think it's tech.
It's a tech. It's like he's the regional director for the regional trainer for tech.
Oh,
So be good. I'll be back in 1 minute 30 seconds.
okay.
So we're gonna talk about ZipForms and files and transaction management.
Thanks.
Staying?
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think I can.
That's inspired right in the moment.
I love it when the class is full.
Isn't it great? It's like my
It's
personal
so
class.
nice. But usually Wednesday it's pretty packed.
Yeah, but it's a Jewish holiday starting tonight, I guess. So yeah.
Got it.
So even JJ is not gonna be here the rest of the week.
Oh, okay.
Keep it in mind. If you come here like Thursday or Friday, he's not
Yeah,
gonna
I
be here. I need him to be here, but
Yeah.
hey, Richard,
Hey, what's up? I thought JJ came this week.
he's coming back. He just probably went to take care of some business. He'll be back in 1 minute. Richard, I watched a video about a realtor
Yeah.
who specializes in probate.
Okay.
So I'll send it to you.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good information.
What's his name?
I remember, but it's a YouTube video. I
Okay.
just watched it like an hour ago.
Okay. Yeah.
And I thought about you. Oh, this is perfect for him.
Yeah. Just talked to one of my probate attorneys yesterday. He said he's gonna. Really, he gets something, he's gonna send it to
He
you.
was talking specifically about some list he got for probate, something like that, and how he approaches probate as well.
Okay. How long is the video?
30 minutes.
Okay. I got the video of the guy who taught the class.
Okay, good.
Oh, but yeah, I use all the information I can do.
Yeah.
So you guys already know how to get to the contracts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very good contracts. Good stuff. Okay. All right.
But then all this stuff we looked at yesterday is coming up in December.
What did we look at?
When I was in next year yesterday
I don't remember anything. What happened yesterday?
at the Brokers townhouse.
Oh. Good question. So that was the first I knew that.
Okay.
So there's gonna be a new forms released in December.
Listing and purchase.
Yeah. There's gonna be, yeah, there's modifications to the listing agreement, purchase agreement, little cleanup things, and a couple of new forms. We'll see if we can find them today. He was looking at. All right, so let me share everyone. Chat going. How to access the contracts.
So. You guys, so the easiest way to get to the contracts is to go to car.org. So why don't we all do that? Because I would just want to review some settings with you guys. Make sure everything is working efficiently as possible. So we'll go to car. So California Association of Realtors is where all the realtors in California get their contracts. You can't join CAR directly, you have to join the local board, right? So we're all members, we're members here for Greater Los Angeles Association of Realtors. Now, if everyone here I know is signed in, for anyone at home, if you're not a member, when you press sign in, you'll press register. It's gonna ask you, if you press that, obviously it's gonna ask you. So I'm gonna sign in. You guys should also sign in.
This Rhonda the Victor on my,
Wanda DeVictor, what about her? Is that her on the screen? Let me see. That's funny. That is not right.
it looks like her.
Looks like her. It's funny. Yeah, there must be a chair if you guys go to the local board. There must be a chair where they take pictures. It's pretty cool.
That's over there on virtual. Can't get in there.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't visit the board anymore?
This is the
So there's a
There.
bar.
CAR.
So it used to be called BHGLAAR. It was the Beverly Hills Greater Los Angeles Association of Realtors. And they recently changed the name. They dropped Beverly Hills.
Oh,
I guess they wanted to be more inclusive. So now it's just the Greater Los Angeles Association of Realtors. Greater Los Angeles Realtors, so GLAR. So that's our local board, but there's a lot of. Okay, so when you join here, you automatically become a member of CAR and NAR, but it's the same membership number for everything. Okay, so once we are logged into CAR, which hopefully everyone is right now, we're gonna always go transactions. So the first transactions is gonna be the big circle. We'll click transactions. And then the next transactions is gonna be this one down here, Lone Wolf transactions, access now. It's gonna validate you. Transactions, that's the third one. So the first one is the big circle, and it's the Lone Wolf, and then it's this one, continue.
where's Lone Wolf?
Lone Wolf, it's on the left side. If you scroll down, it says Lone Wolf transactions, access transaction.
Okay, accepted. And the big circle really.
That's the first one. The big circles is go to transaction.
I clicked it?
Yep.
Okay, I clicked it. And then the next one is where?
It's the red icon on your left, right there in the square.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so you're that far right there.
Okay, then I,
You can click right on transactions or access now, either one. And then the next one, then it's gonna validate you. And after it validates you, you'll click the yellow box. Now, if once everyone is on this screen, it's I want you to click on your picture in the upper right hand corner. And then go to profile and settings. Now you can there's no reason here to have your photo that I'm aware of. I guess people can look you up maybe on CAR and your profile photo will appear. So if you have a shot
at the top.
yeah, I mean, does it say add? So you can't. Make sure your name is here.
And
Now, your license number may or may not be here. So if it's not there, I would add it.
okay, I get up the real estate commission, get paid.
Okay, so click on here. And we're gonna go to profile settings. Okay, so you don't have your license number in the bottom,
Okay,
so I would put your license number in the bottom. And then after you enter your license number, it has to have the leading zeros.
yeah, no.
You must have the leading zero or zeros.
Okay, I guess.
And then after you do that, press save. All right, the next place to go is gonna be offices.
Okay. So you have to click in.
Save, after you put your license number, click save at the upper left. And then go to offices. Now, I will, after you click offices,
It's offices is on the map.
it's at the very top in the gray bar. You're probably gonna see something that says Keller Williams Realty BH.
Yeah,
something.
just click save.
Okay, then click offices in the gray bar. Then it should say Keller Williams Beverly Hills or Keller Williams Beverly Hills. So that's how we want it to read. The information that you have here is going to be on your contracts.
Okay, so I click offices
Yes.
and now what?
What's the standard name?
It says my company information,
What is the name? Keller Williams.
Keller Williams Realty BH.
Change it from Keller Williams Realty BH to Keller Williams Beverly Hills. After you make that change, save. All right, now here, after you do that, click on settings. And we want to make sure that your DocuSign account is linked to ZipForms. This is where you do it.
Okay, so settings is over here where my picture.
Settings is to the, so it's about me, sign in security office. It's in that same gray bar at the top, settings. So hopefully your DocuSign account is selected and it's connected.
Mine's not connected yet.
So then you want to click DocuSign and click link DocuSign account.
Link DocuSign.
And then you're gonna sign into DocuSign.
Link. I just, oh, yeah, unlink.
Unlink. If it says unlink, don't press it, because that means you're already linked.
Actually, good. I'm good.
Good. You signed in and you linked it. Perfect.
Okay, now what?
Now press save. Don't forget to press save.
So this unlinked, I have to press save.
No, you're good. You're good. If it says unlinked, that means your DocuSign account is linked.
Okay.
For anyone that doesn't have a DocuSign account, you can do that through command for free. Claire, are you linked?
Yeah, I'm linked.
Great. All right. So this is just the homework stuff to check on. So far, so good. Notification setting, let's see. I never looked at this stuff, so. Not sure that we need this. Change it. Okay. All right, we're good. All right, so just looking around here, you have your dashboard and you have transactions. The place that you're probably going to be the most is under the transactions tab. And this is where you can create a new transaction by pressing.
Actually get back to that.
I just at the very top, after I just pressed transactions. The transactions will take me to all my saved transactions.
The assistant oh no. Oh, yeah, right at the very top. Click that.
So this is where you're gonna spend most of your time. When we create a transaction, we press new and we name our transaction. So I want to do that. Just follow along. Press new and create a new list. and just type, just as far as the name goes, just test listing.
Okay, so I click transactions
Yeah.
and then I did click.
And then click new
Where would new be?
in the upper left. And then we're gonna name the transaction test listing. And then the category, just check residential. Active, and then save.
So let me say I got new listings with purchased off for.
Yeah, just click new listing.
And did that.
And name, did you name, are you able to name your listing? We're gonna name it test listing, then residential.
You name it residential.
Just name it, test. Name it anything you want, just test it, test listing,
Okay, I wrote test listing. I gotta type it in there.
yeah, just type something. Doesn't really matter. And then click residential and then save. All right, now that's gonna take you to a new listing. And it says, it should say in your upper left-hand corner, whatever you named it, so test listing, okay. Now, if you're writing an offer on something. You could import all the listing data that's already on the MLS. By clicking this button, this is MLS Connect. See that button? MLS Connect.
Where is that?
It's up in the upper left-hand corner. It's the fourth button over. It says
Okay.
MLS Connect. That will allow you to enter an MLS number and find an active listing in the MLS. If you click the listing type where it says property, it just, that's fine. So it just says property. So you can just put an MLS ID in there and press include property photo and find. Hopefully it will, when you press find, it will find it and then you'll see the address populate with a picture and then you can press import. That'll import the data into your deal. And that way you don't have to look up who the listing agent is, the listing broker.
MLS
their phone
number.
number, it's already there.
Click find.
Yeah, if you do MLS Connect.
Okay.
Now, there's also something here, Record Connect, that's for public records, so. In the beginning, when you created a new transaction, if you put an address, you could do Record Connect and that'll pull public records.
Okay.
All right, now, on the right side, you have this thing called all forms. If you click that, it's gonna bring up all the forms that are available for you to add to your transaction.
Okay, so I click find, I have to click find in this before I get to all forms.
You can cancel that. You can just cancel. I was just showing you how to import the transaction from the MLS. How to import a listing from the MLS.
Okay, and then click all.
Now, if you click all forms, this is where all our forms live. This is where you're gonna get all the latest forms, every form that's available from California Association of Realtors. Now, if you look at the very top, it says form libraries. And there are different libraries. So the one that's gonna be picked by default is probably California Association of Realtors. Now, if you click that, it's gonna show you different libraries that are available. You have one called CAR sample letters. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff in there. I suggest you click it and look through it at, after this class or at any time. Just go look and see what the sample letters are.
Let's go and get CMA sample.
It's a form library.
That's in the library and then,
The library. So there's different libraries. One of them is California Association of Realtors. That's the one we spend the most time in. There are other tools here for us. So CAR sample letters has interesting stuff. For example, here, I just clicked on. Abandoned personal property, access to premises letter. What do you do when you need to get into a property? What do? You have to give notice, right? So there's stuff here, access to premises. Acknowledgement of non-tenancy. That's interesting, from a third-party payer. Oh, wow, look at that. So, you have to be very careful in rent control property, who you take your check from.
accepting a check from someone who's not on a lease can technically make them a new tenant. Automatically, just by accepting, if you're very careful, at least who made the check. Did you know that? Yeah. So if my tenants are Joe and James Smith, and I get a check from Joe Adams, and I deposit it, I may have just created a tenancy with Mr. Adams. So in a rent control situation, that could be really harmful to a landlord. So then they can't, they might have a new 30-year tenant they didn't agree to. So here's a letter, so I'll just click it. Anything that you click here, it'll add to your transaction. So let's just see what this says. Meaning, so, most of these letters have instructions on them and then the form. So if we're going to accept a third-party payment, like let's say our tenant can't pay. I mean, that's an ideal situation for a landlord if someone's paying a low rent, right? Kick them out. But so they have their buddy write a check for them. Okay, we want their buddy to sign and saying, I'm not a tenant. Okay.
Will you send the check?
Like on your rent control property, John, I know you have 1,000 units. On your rent control property, when your not tenant gives you a check, what do? If you deposit it, you could make them a tenant.
Like a tenant.
Yeah.
But what if the parents pay for it? If they,
Okay, but now there's a form that says I'll accept your money, but I'm not making you a tenant. And you're signing, and the person that's
thanks for telling, that's so important.
No, it's just one of the available letters here.
So that was in the library form, right?
So this is in the CAR sample letter library. So that's why I just wanted to show you, there's a bunch of stuff that could be beneficial to you or to your clients. Confirmation of conversation. That's an interesting thing. You're dealing, if you have the feeling that you're dealing with someone who's litigious, and you don't, and you had a conversation with them that you want to document in writing, you might want to use that letter confirmation of conversation. Right? Instead of just having a text message or an email. I don't know what this says. Let's see what it says. That's an interesting one. Notice to agent or broker, the attached sample is being here. Letter specific. This letter can be used anytime the broker or agent seeks to document in writing the substance of an earlier conversation. So this is a CYA letter, as Michael Rosales would put it. Cover your. Yes, that's what that is. We don't get to see. All right, so just look through those on your whenever you can. There's another library here called the California ePubs Library.
California what?
E-publications, electronic publications. It's a weird name, ePubs, but it stands for electronic publications.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, EPUB-D. Now, these are government pamphlets and flyers that are required. Some of them are required for a transaction. So there's stuff here, already built subdivision purchase agreement, condominium conversion subdivision purchase agreement. I think that's interesting. I guess if you're buying some people buy apartment buildings and convert them to condos. So let's just see what this is. Because this is not a CAR document. This is let's see, Governor Gavin Newsom, Department of Real Estate, dated July 2024. This is a new letter. Condominium conversion subdivision. Okay. A copy of this letter should be attached to the documentation above. Submitting applications for recent future public report applications. Okay. No idea why this letter is here, but selling a recently converted, right? A recently converted apartment to a condo.
JJ, do they have a phone about the change zoning? Because some area you can need 4 unit on their or apart on their house. I see they did in Long Beach, they signed something. Is there something that
Something for what?
for zoning, changing the zoning, like or Like from R1 to R2 or 3, they say you can divide,
Zone changes,
yeah, you can divide your
subdivision.
sub
So,
W to 4 and big 4, your parts money.
yeah, so if you want to change your lot, subdivide your lot,
Mm.
you're gonna be applying to the Bureau of Subdivision, Land Subdivision, right?
Oh.
It's the Department of,
Yes, sir.
it's a division in the Department of,
Yes, sir.
the Bureau of Land Subdivision.
Right, that you're not subdivision.
Yeah, but usually what you'll do is you'll hire an expediter.
Hmm.
They'll do that for you. You're not gonna do that yourself.
No, yeah.
You hire an expediter and they'll guide you through the whole process. I've done this. I've done it
Oh.
where I've had someone that has owned two properties next to each other
Uh-huh,
and there was a tennis court.
uh-huh.
So someone owned this property.
All right,
They bought this property with tennis court.
tennis court,
And
name.
they wanted to take the tennis court from this property and add it to this property. Take away the tennis court and then sell this property.
Uh-huh.
So we did it, but they hired an expediter.
Oh,
That's what we did. So because they have to, you know, there's a parcel map of all the properties in the whole area.
yeah.
They have to change that map. Because it's gonna change the property line.
So they didn't move the tennis court, they just zoned the tennis. court.
They changed the property line for two parcels around it, right?
So it's just
So
a
they-
neutral line.
Person that wanted the tennis court, like, did he or she have to pay more money?
The owner of the first property
Yeah.
bought the property with tennis.
Oh, okay, so he bought both.
He owned both.
Yeah, and then we found it.
From this property
Okay.
and then sold the property without the tennis court.
Okay.
You had enough space in your room to take the tennis court. Is that a
They
small?
picked it up and moved it.
These are very large properties.
Oh, so,
This was Mel Torme's house.
So, man,
so if you remove your tennis court and add that to your yard, you have to do is that allowable or?
It was a pre-existing tennis court. He just changed the property line.
Ah, I see.
That's all. But it's Bureau of Subdivisions, Bureau of Land Subdivisions.
Bureau of Land.
Yeah. I don't know what this property transaction booklet is. It looks like it would help a buyer or seller. But if you look at the dates on it, it was revised in 2019. So because of the recent changes with the new NAR settlement, this is now outdated for sure. So always look at the dates on things. I want to go back to CAR real quick. So any question on navigation around here? You guys connected your DocuSign. So that means, I want to show you real quick about signing something. Let's say I want to have any document that I add here signed. I'm gonna select it and then I'm gonna go, I can go here to, now let's say I want to, let's say I want to send some documents to someone to approve before I send it for signature. Right? That happens commonly. Someone says, can I see it before I sign it? You could send it to them in DocuSign and they can review it there, or you can send a draft. Like I have one client, they always want to see a draft of everything. And an attorney client, they always want to see a draft. So I'll select the documents that I'm going to send them. And then I don't have to download them and email them. I can, right from here, I can select the documents I want to send. And then there's an icon here, it says send. And if I click that, I can select email. And I don't even have to do it from here. I can just press done. I can enter them right here. I can enter the email addresses here, put a subject on it. And I can press copy me for myself. And then I have the option of sending all the documents as a single PDF or as separate PDFs. Right there. So that's how I would email documents to people, right through here. All right.
Any document before.
Any document.
the Contract.
Yeah, you can just select the
You
document.
went to, you select the document, you went to stop.
What do we want to send and then press the send, and then click email. And then you
Yeah.
just click off of this. You can just put their email addresses right here as subject, just like sending a regular email.
Yeah.
And then always click the copy me button. So you get it. Otherwise, you won't have a copy of it. So press copy me and you'll get a copy. Now, I want to show you just going into DocuSign. Select the documents that you want to sign. And then you can select e-sign. So in the upper left-hand corner, there's a button for e-sign. If I press that,
What's the difference? The sign is for,
e-sign, electronic signature.
yeah, I know, but is the same difference between this and the DocuSign? Oh, e-sign
It's
is
gonna send it, it's gonna send.
for the DocuSign, yeah. Oh, that was something
So I
different,
can
yeah.
do it from here,
Right.
or I can do it from when I'm in the transaction. I can press prepare signing. It's the same exact button, prepare signing. It's gonna, well, prepare signing is gonna make sure that I have an address. Right? Prepare signing. All right, and that should take me to the same screen. Yes. It does. How do you like that? All right, so once I'm in the screen, I'm gonna press next. And then I can put in my client's email addresses and names. Once I do that, they will appear here. Once I press next here, it's going to upload to DocuSign. Okay, I want to show you the DocuSign trick. Now, it's uploaded to DocuSign. My favorite button in the once it's uploaded to DocuSign, my favorite button is the back button.
Oh,
Okay, if you look at in the lower right-hand corner, you have the option to press back. It's going to take you back to the DocuSign screen where you can add documents, change documents, you can add recipients, you can set the signing order for your recipients, you can add a message. This is the email subject. You can even do a custom message for each recipient. Okay, pretty cool. So usually I'll change everyone, I'll set the signing order and I'll change everyone to number 1. Not by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because then if I'm doing it 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, everyone's waiting for the first person to sign before they can even look at it. So I like to change all my signing.
by the order of signature first, when you send it first,
I change
you
everyone,
sign, then,
change everyone to number 1.
oh, really?
Yeah, I change everyone to 1.
So they all get it at the same time?
I'll get to the same.
But if somebody signed, then second one knows that the first one has signed, huh?
So, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Or they can sign it.
Everyone's gonna get an email to sign. And then once the last person signs, everyone who's on here will get a completed email with the completed document.
So how do you do that, JJ? I'm sorry.
So what I did was I
Back and then.
from DocuSign, yes.
Right.
So once I pressed prepare signing
Yeah, right.
and okay and next, it uploaded the document to DocuSign.
Right,
So it took me straight to this page.
Right,
The first button I push when I get to this page is back.
right.
And that allows me to add documents or add recipients. I can even add as one of my recipients, Brian Chung, our transaction coordinator. So I can add recipient. Let's just do that. I'll put Brian Chung. And then he'll pop up there. There should be an email address that pops up here, tc@kwbeverlyhills.com.
Oh. So Brian Shaw, you're gonna get the same as the other, as the.
Here, Brian Chung. Now, what I'll do is, instead of, he's not a signer, I'll change that to receives a copy.
Oh,
And now he's getting CC'd on it.
Okay, so how do you get the DocuSign back here, transactions?
So you are at the transaction dashboard.
Yeah, so I want
So you're fine. I just want you to watch what I'm doing, Richard. I just want you to know that you can do these things.
yeah.
So once you're in a transaction and you send it to DocuSign, press the back button, which will allow you to verify the forms, add a form, replace a form. Here's an interesting thing. Let's say you have, it's much easier for you to get signatures when you are the agent sending them for signatures. So what I'm saying is you created an entire lease. You're the listing agent on a lease. And you create that lease or you write an offer, right? When you submit the offer when you send it into DocuSign, DocuSign is going to pre-populate all the places that need a signature or initial, right? So there's very little work for you to do except scroll through and make sure everything looks okay. Now, as a listing agent, when I receive an offer from someone, it's initialed on every page. I have to upload a PDF into DocuSign, and now I have to drag an initial, every place that needs an initial, I have to go in and drag initial, signature. So there's a lot of work to do. If I'm, let's say I'm filling out, 20 different forms, all in one DocuSign, and I send it to my client for signature. And my client says to me, something's wrong with this one document. I don't need to redo the entire DocuSign. I can go log back into DocuSign, at DocuSign.com. I can log back in and I can replace that one document. So let's say I have 20 documents here and I want to just replace one. I can log in, I can press correct, and I can go here and click on these 3 little dots and press replace. That's really cool. It'll save you a lot of time. Yes. All right. Does everyone have DocuSign installed on their computer as a software?
I'm not sure if this is a new computer. I'm not sure if I have it.
Okay.
I know, you did some work with me when I got this. I don't know if you installed DocuSign.
So let's see if we can get there. I know the so let's see, transaction. If you go back to CAR, let's get back to the CAR, car.org.
Okay, so
So this is asking me to sign in. I'm gonna sign in.
CAR dot.
I'm not sure that you need to sign in.
The search button.
Just sign in, just go to car.org and sign in. And then scroll all the way down to the bottom. And you should have tools, Lone Wolf ZipForm edition.
Don't what?
Lone Wolf ZipForm edition. I'm gonna click that. And that will take me to a page where I can download ZipForm standard. See this box over here, download ZF standard?
Okay, it's not letting me go back to.
So I can now download a Microsoft Windows installation or a Mac OS installation. Claire, do you have the software version?
No.
Okay, so if you go back, if you scroll all the way down in car.org, click on under tools, click on Lone Wolf ZipForm edition. And then you'll have this link on the right that says download ZF standard. And that'll take you to the Mac download or the Windows download. And then download the Windows version.
You already have this one, we don't have to.
I installed it on your.
Yeah, you have it.
So I want everyone to do that. So we'll download Mac OS installation.
I'm starting completely over. Like I said, I don't know if you did this on my computer.
Yes. So are you signed into car.org? Just log on. Let me see if you have it. Yeah, give it a second. I see you uploaded you updated your operating system. Yeah, you do have it.
Which one is that?
It's that blue one right there.
This right there, right?
This one.
This?
Yeah.
For the contracts?
Yeah, contracts, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So I want you guys to be able to access the contracts when you don't have internet.
They're gonna do an update.
So ZF6 standard is what you're gonna download. So I'm gonna
Okay.
download it.
Okay, they're updating me right now. I guess they're gonna be.
Once it's there, I'm gonna double click it and install it. Okay, if you agree with the terms of the license, yes, great. Opening. Okay. Now, you're gonna have a window here, if you're on a Mac, to drag this to the applications folder. Okay, fine. And now I'm gonna open applications and go down to ZipForm 6. Double click.
Yeah.
ZipForm cannot be opened because the developer cannot be verified. Okay, if you get this error, which I'm sure you are going to, you're gonna now want to go into your system settings. Okay. Apple has a security feature where they don't want you installing stuff that's not downloaded from the App Store. So you're gonna go into settings. And under settings, it's probably under. Yeah, it's gonna be so. So if it doesn't pop up, leave your system settings up. Just cancel and redo it. Something will pop up in system settings, hopefully. Or with general. Gonna be somewhere here. Internet. Accessibility.
I think it's under security, JJ.
Under security,
Yeah,
that would make sense.
privacy and security.
Yes, that would make sense. Okay. So now something just appeared here and it says ZipForm 6 was blocked from use because it is not from an identified developer. And then I have the option to open anyway. So I'm gonna press open anyway. And I need to put my computer password in. And now it's going to install. It should be installing right now. Yes.
Okay, mine just updated, so
Then I'm pressing this and then I'm gonna press open.
mine just updated, so what do I have to do now?
Oh, wow, thank you, thanks. Thank you.
Ocean?
Very good. Honey cakes.
Okay, so,
All right, so now this says updates are available, library name, so California Association of Realtors, California e-publications, Home Guard warranty, and San Francisco Association of Realtors. Yours probably doesn't say San Francisco Association of Realtors. But that's okay, I'm gonna press update. And it's now gonna download all the latest forms. So what's happening is when you go to car.org and you're in the cloud, you're always using the latest version of forms, always. If you log in to car.org and you add a form, that's always going to be the latest and greatest version. When you're dealing with a desktop version, it has to download the forms. So every time that you run the desktop version, it's going to open the program and then it's going to send a query to CAR saying, has there been an update on the forms? And if the forms have been updated, which they probably will be because I'm seeing them updated every day, it's going to say, new forms are available. Would you like to download them now? And then you press yes or no. If you're in a real hurry, you can press no because you're waiting now, right? A couple of minutes while it's downloaded. So, if I'm out the door in a rush, I'm not going to download forms. But hopefully they've been recently updated because these forms are being updated every day. Whatever it is, it could be a spelling mistake, it could be one little word added. So everything that you do online gets saved online. When you use the software version on your computer, and you open it, it's gonna query online and it's gonna say, have any forms changed? And have any transactions been created or changed online? And it will download what you've worked on online. So then you can work on it locally. When you exit the program locally, or when you press save, it not only saves the transaction to your computer, it uploads it to the cloud. So you could work on something here, press save, exit the program, and then go to car.org and continue to work on that. So the desktop version and the cloud will always be in sync. Any questions about that?
Yeah.
So I just downloaded all the forms, and now that it downloaded the forms, it's gonna do a query and say any transactions. So we have detected there are 141 transactions out of sync. Would you like to? So I always press always synchronize, so it downloads all my transactions. Cancel, synchronize now, doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna press cancel, because I don't need to download all my transactions to this computer. But this, I love the desktop version. Sorry, Richard, I don't want to lose my train of thought. I love the desktop version because you can learn a lot about real estate from here. What I mean by that is here's the list of all the forms on the left side. You can expand this column out just by dragging that. And now you have the names of all the forms, which are really hard to see on the desktop version, because here's the online version. And when you press all forms, these are all abbreviated. It's really hard to see the full name of the form, because that's all you're gonna get is that little tiny area. And on the desktop version, you can read the full name of the forms. When I was new to real estate, there wasn't ZipForms yet. It came out while I think my second or third year. And I loved this. I was like reading all the names of the forms. You're gonna learn so much just knowing that there's what the form is called. And I think it's good to read what the names of the forms are, because when you're involved in a transaction and something comes up, it's gonna hit your brain like, oh, there's a form for that. There's a form for that, right? So I would recommend just to look at the names of the forms. You can also there's different things you can do when you're in here, even online. So you can press search, and let's say you're giving a request for repair, right? You've done your inspections, you need to give a request. You can just type the word request and hit enter, and it'll give you all the forms that have the word request in it. Or, the name buyer, and hit enter. And it'll give you all the forms with the name buyer in it. So it's really easy to search for forms using the search feature. I love that feature. And then you can also search alphabetically by the forms. You can also do a categorized search. So if I click the categorized tab and I just want to find forms that are only for leases, I can click categorized, I can click the down arrow, and these are all the forms used for leases, only for leases. That's pretty cool. There's another form, this is new, form updates for July 2024. So this is gonna list all the new forms. That's pretty cool. What is here? Form updates for June 24, 7/24. Now, there was an attorney at our office yesterday for the broker meeting, and he was talking to us about forms that are coming out in December. So I'm gonna go back to CAR. Go back to the CAR homepage. And oh my, you guys, I'm sorry, were you able to install everything here on the desktop version?
I couldn't get the zip form to work.
Okay, you could, I'm sorry.
I'm having a permission issue.
Okay, fine. I totally skipped that because I've done it before on this computer. So I just realized that may not be working on your computer. I have a little glitch here. let's check. Okay, and update my forms. Now, if you're having issues here getting the form downloading initially, go to tools.
Well, I couldn't even get this thing to work, the zip form.
You can't get the software installed.
I had that issue where it said unidentified developer, but
Oh,
yeah, so,
yeah.
yeah. Cause I was stuck. I kept sliding the thing over to the folder. Nothing came up, but finally it says,
Are you in your application? Did you open the applications? I'll take a look in a second.
Yeah.
I just want to show everyone, go to options. And then this is where you need to put your account information here. So that's where you're gonna have to do it. Make sure the company information that you have here is gonna appear in the bottom of your contract. Let's see what you got going on.
that's stuck here, just wouldn't open because maybe.
Okay, right. So here under general. Privacy and security. And here, ZipForms was blocked. Oh, anyway.
Hmm.
Yeah, different versions of Mac OS just appear differently. So now it's installed.
Okay, great, thank you.
AJ, I have this one, I don't, when I go to car, I get the form, this comes, I don't need to do that, right? I mean, I have the form, I don't get it really. The form, when I click on the form, it comes in, it said add the form, but I have it installed here anyway. I don't need to use this one, use this one, right? Get all the form in front of,
Yeah, you don't have any forms.
no, I have it here, yes.
No, but there's no forms in your transaction right now.
No form transaction.
Right, you have to add it.
Oh, I have to add it, I want.
Yeah, you're just opening an empty transaction.
Oh, I see, okay.
Good.
Excellent. So.
Library name.
When you press, it's done, right?
Yeah.
You're good. Press okay, everything works.
Yeah.
Great. Excellent.
So, exactly what were you trying to do with this?
You're good. Richard, yours is installed.
Okay,
Okay, so
Gotta find
now
my NRDS
your
number.
nerd's number starts at 1755. Actually, go to association. And then click on California Association of Realtors. And then just put your CAR login,
I don't remember.
the one that you.
Oh, I have it.
CAR.org.
Okay, find it.
So this could be a little glitchy about getting this working. So I've done this a couple times. I know there's sometimes you have to try over and over again, but when you go to account, you can go to or association and you're going to click on California Association of Realtors and enter your CAR credentials. So you can put your CAR credentials in both areas here. And that should get you synchronized. At 1 p.m. we're having the regional tech director here. I don't know what he's gonna go over, but
will you be here?
maybe. So just want everyone to have that installed. So, all right, what else do I want to go over? So sign link. Here, desktop software. Form library, talk about. Not assign manipulative, we talked about that. Emailing contracts and forms, we talked about that. We did go over a lot of stuff. Libraries, MLS Connect. Transaction. So I just want to show you guys where our transaction checklists are. I'm sure you know, but if you don't know, we're going to, for our office, KWVH virtual. All right, so here's our office calendar. Under helpful links, there's gonna be a button for approved logos, checklists, and disclosures. That's where you're gonna wanna go for our checklists. And then depending on the type of transaction you're doing, you'll want to download that associated checklist.
So upcoming events, how do I get to
Helpful links,
helpful links? Where is that at? Oh, I see it.
helpful links.
Right.
They done over there.
I couldn't get the password to work even though it's the correct password, so I'm gonna have to find the.
Even though it's the
number.
correct one.
Yeah.
Okay, so your NERDS number, check your email for GLAR. And you should have an email originally when you signed up, welcome to GLAR.
Got it.
There's your 755 now.
That we could get helpful links. And, oh, okay, I got it now. Go to command off market. So what am I looking for in helpful links?
In helpful links, you're looking for the approved logos, checklists, and disclosures.
Oh, I see it.
So that's gonna take you to our Google Drive. And from here, you can access our checklists. And you can access our KW Beverly Hills disclosures. There's also,
The NERDS number worked, by the way. With me.
good. So now it's downloading all the forms. Okay. So after it downloads all the forms, our next step is going to sync the transactions. Because now the first step you just did was to connect it to NAR. So we just verified that you're a realtor. So now it's going to download the forms. But we need to connect to CAR. You can't connect to CAR without your CAR login details.
Okay.
And to connect to CAR is where your transactions are in the cloud. Right? So one is the forms and the other is the transaction.
So I'm
We'll
in,
get there.
I'm in KW resources. So what I do now, click checklist.
Yeah, so I wanted to tell you guys something that came up yesterday. When someone lists their property with you, a home seller, you can get them up to $100,000 in E&O coverage for free. So every person that lists their house with us gets $25,000 of automatic coverage, E&O insurance. If we use my NHD to do the natural hazard report, if we give them a my NHD natural hazard report and also a disclosure or a disclosure source report. So there's two companies, Disclosure Source, which is Fidelity, and my NHD, which is a private company. The seller has to disclose to the buyer the property's in a flood zone, fire zone, earthquake zone. So we hire a third-party company to do that disclosure. It's like $99 or less. So disclosure sources through Fidelity, and then there's a private company, my NHD. If we do that, if we give that report to the buyer, it's an additional $50,000. So that brings them it's an additional 50. It brings them up to 75,000.
Okay, so
And then if we add a home warranty, a Crest home warranty from either Fidelity, First American, or Old Republic, if it's a Crest home warranty, I think that'll take them up another 25,000 to 100,000. We also can give permits. There's a permit report. If you guys are ever in a transaction and you represent the seller, come to me or Michael Rosales and ask for a permit report. And that'll give an extra. It'll either bump 25,000 up, or it will lower our deductible for our E&O insurance.
ask you for a permit.
A permit report, yeah. When you're in a deal. How's that going?
Still down.
Almost done. Okay, good. Okay.
I lost it. Helpful link was unchecked.
Helpful links. So we're go to Open a new window, yeah, and go to KWBH virtual.
Okay, okay, I have this, okay, everybody.
Yeah.
virtual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it, yes.
So, yeah, go there. Okay, perfect. So here's.
Right.
But there's
Helpful,
also-
right. And then you said download it today.
So if you scroll down, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is fine.
Checklists and disclosures.
And then download it.
So that's where, this is where you can find all of our checklists
Yeah.
and disclosures.
I had the deletion here, Jim, when I went to from MLS to car, it goes back to my old form. It doesn't give me a new one. Remember I talked to you about a couple of months. He gave me the form that I wrote down the offer on it. It doesn't give me a new form.
I don't know.
Like you said, write an offer from MLS to car.
Okay, this is the perm, I don't know, John, I'll look after, I don't know. Here's the permit history report I was talking about. So we can give this to you, just ask me for it or Michael or Salas. Basically. If you want to check for permits, we can check. It's really instant, like you come to me and just give me the address. I can have the report for you in literally 2 minutes, it's really easy. And there's plus $2,500 reduction in your E&O. So pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff that you guys can look through in here. But the checklists, you want to make sure that you're using the right one. You know, either it's for a lease, for vacant land. So residential property, there's going to be a different checklist if it's 5 or more units. There's going to be a commercial one. So, and then if you want our disclosures, this is where they are, all the Keller Williams disclosures. So, here is a disclosure called advisory regarding the usage of non-standard forms. If, let's say you're representing a landlord and the landlord has their own lease, and they don't want to use the CAR lease, they have their own version of a lease. So that's fine, we can still do the deal and use their lease. But we're going to include this called advisory regarding the usage of non-standardized forms. And that will probably relieve us from the liability because we use CAR forms. We're realtors, we use CAR forms. But if someone insists on using their form, that's fine. Everyone's going to just sign this saying, everyone be aware you're not using a standard CAR form. What else do we got in here? So we have a affiliated business disclosure. Every company has their own affiliated. So I'm just gonna take a look at this. Who are we affiliated with? Clearmark Title. We're just disclosing this up front. Clearmark, Cannon Hills Closings, our escrow company, Movement Mortgage, Keller Mortgage. So it's just saying up front, we have affiliations with these companies. So we need to disclose that. When you guys pick a certain lender or your buyer picks a lender, the lender is going to have their own affiliated. When you are in a transaction with another brokerage, that brokerage is going to have their own affiliated. Everyone has their own affiliated escrow company, lender, right? Title company. What else in here? So all these forms will be on the checklist. Buyer insurance advisory, risk management. This is one that is not going to be signed by your buyer or seller. We have a $99 fee per transaction for E&O insurance. So what is that about? Well, the office has liability for every transaction. So you could literally do one deal in Beverly Hills and cap, right? So if you're getting 100% commission and you put another 10 or 15 or 50 deals through the office has liability for all of those deals, right? They only got paid on one deal and then you're doing 50 more. So this $99 just goes to cover the E&O insurance on that particular deal. That's all.
So it doesn't cover the other deals?
No, every deal's covered for $99.
Oh.
You're gonna cap, but understand there is future liability for every single deal you do.
Yeah.
That $99 that's what that's for. That's what that's for. So. Multiple offers and dual agency policy, interesting. Chiquita Canyon disclosure. Okay. All right, so just interesting stuff. You guys can look through there. Here, I see here July 2024 new forms. So Michael Rosales must have uploaded that for people to look at before July 2024. Just for people to get familiar with them. All right, that being said, I want to go back to CAR. So here is the CAR homepage. And I want to just see if the new December forms that they were talking about yesterday are here. So I want to see. It's gonna be under legal. Actually, I'm just gonna do a search. I'm gonna do a search for new forms. Let's see what happens. New forms, okay. Just new forms and revisions. And I see July 2024. Don't see December 2020. See December 2023. Okay, standard forms. Forms revisions. Yeah, so I don't know. The attorney was somehow able to get December forms. I don't see them here yet. So there are going to be some cool changes. You can see I'm very excited about it. Just want to make sure I'm not missing them somehow. Forms. July 24th changes. Okay, so that's it. All right, now. There. How did I get here? Broker compensation. I don't know how I got here, but this is where I go for the latest stuff. I want to get back here. It's under risk management and broker compensation compliance. So let's see, risk management. Hello.
Made it.
Oh, all good. There's going to be someone coming at 1 for he's the regional technology trainer.
Which is.
I don't know what he's going to be discussing, but it'd be important.
Okay.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I have the information.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah, all right.
Yep. We got it.
That's still we can open in here.
That's a good one.
We can also.
So I'm gonna call him.
Awesome.
So I don't know what this is. You want to write an offer?
Yeah, no, just that one off.
Oh, make offer. Okay, make offer.
Yes, he was gonna call and say.
Okay, click. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So you need to log in.
Log into call, right?
Uh,
Should go to here.
are you logged in to CAR.org?
Yeah, I have it here.
Is it logged on? You need to log on here.
We are doing, we were setting up our DocuSign. Have you done that yet?
Yeah.
Yes, we did a lot of that today. And then he was showing us new forms. He was talking about some of the insurance upgrades. So you did this.
I don't know why this is on. I don't know.
So you stand for the one?
I don't know.
White guy?
I may, I don't see what he's.
Yeah, I used to work. Oh,
Like you ready?
I think I am. I'm just gonna go for it. Around the block, because I've been sitting here since 9:30. I'm freezing right now.
all right, were you able to?
I've got to a part where it says, we're unable to find your ZipForm Plus account.
Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna go to credentials.
And there's a choice here.
Yeah. So, I have an online. And now you're going to put your CAR credentials here.
Yeah, I see.
That's your CAR login, yeah. See if it works. Press OK. See. Okay, fine. So let's do. Take this away. And I'll do it again. Oh, you know what? Let's. Association. Let's try putting it in both places now. Top and bottom, right. This is the glitch. Right. It's not cool that things have glitches.
I know, they do though. Should be it. All right.
All right, so now let's go to tools. And press check for updates. No updates are necessary at this time. But you do have saved transactions. Oh, here we go. Perfect. It did it. Now you can synchronize. Always synchronize.
All right, perfect.
Perfect. That worked.
Thank you.
Very good. And now all your transactions are there. So now if you go back to file and you can open a transaction that you've worked on before. So you can check.
Ah, there it is.
Yes. This is the one that you just did online.
Yep.
And there's no forms in it.
Not
That
yet.
were saved. Yeah, well, that's it.
Perfect.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What would we do without you, JJ?
Big loss.
Thursday class is back now, the bold is back.
So. Okay, so there's no class tomorrow and Friday, because I'm not here, but that's it, just tomorrow and Friday. Bold is done, so there's gonna be classes every Wednesday and Thursday from now on. So go to AWBH virtual, right, is our office calendar. So here's our office calendar for October. Oh, I don't know why there are no classes scheduled on the 17th and 24th. Probably holiday, I guess. Now, have you done all the Ignite courses? I'm gonna change the Ignite because it's 20 classes on Monday. It's 20, and I'm only doing one class every Monday, so it's like 20 weeks. It's crazy. I'm gonna do 2 Ignite courses at the same time. So that'll make it a 10 week instead of a 20 week next. So that'll be 10 weeks. And then my Wednesday, Thursday classes is also like 12 classes. So that's gonna be 10-week cycle, 12-week cycle. So you can literally do the whole cycle in 10 or 12. My coming up classes. So next week, we're gonna talk about the residential purchase agreement, part 1 on Wednesday and part 2 on Thursday. So that is probably the most important class in real estate, is the purchase agreement. That's what everything revolves around, right? Yeah.
And that's just that the risk management attorney already has that agreement. Is there any way, I mean, the new agreement, is there any way you get him to email them to you? So, Read 'em.
Oh, the December forms?
yeah, that December form. Seems like he should be able to at least have, Michael Rosado.
He called them preliminary.
Oh, so they're still working on
They're
it.
still working on it.
Okay.
Yeah. They are definitely preliminary.
JJ,
Yes.
how did you find the username and password? I'm stuck here at the ZipForm Plus account.
Okay. Okay. So you want to get your username and password so the first one that you might do will be logging in with your NAR info. That will allow, has your ZipForms downloaded the forms yet?
Yes, I think so, but it's saying that it did not find an account.
The online account?
Right.
Wait, did it download all the forms yet or not?
Yeah.
Are there forms on the left?
On the left?
Yeah, down here. Are there a bunch of forms?
No.
No forms at all?
No.
So then if there's no forms at all, you want to put your NAR info here.
I don't know what it's gonna ask. Is it just maybe your last name and NERD's number will allow you just to download forms? It's not,
Yeah, when I put those numbers in and clicked, it came back, could not,
could not find your account.
Right.
So I hope you're not using my NERD's number.
no.
If you know, I mean, if you use my NERD's number, it's gonna only allow you to download the forms, but you won't be able to do anything with them. So, you'll need to. Are you able to log into CAR?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I just
And you-
looked up the NERD's number on the website and typed it in from what I looked up on the website.
Okay. Okay,
And then that's when it came up with that messaging. Could not find it.
so all right, if you need help with ZipForms, there is a ZipForm helpline. Let's see.
Looks like a file.
So there is a helpline here.
What's up?
So call that number CRR.org.
And there's a special help phone number, customer
It's
service.
586. You gave me before.
Yeah,
8400140.
is that forms? Okay, what's the number?
586
586
840
840
0140.
0140.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, and they should be able to walk you through it.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, so we've gone through pretty much what we need to do today.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a class at 1, which is the regional tech trainer. So I don't know what he's gonna cover, but it sounds important. So I'm gonna try to be here. All right, I'm gonna log off, guys. Have a great day. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, Rick.